We're still at the top of the world, and we back for another live session, part 2. And look, we pulled in so many people. Look, introduce yourself. Start here, Lazy Dog.
Lazy Dog, LP for life.
Yeah, that's my brother from another right there. Glad to have him in studio.
Yes.
Glad to have everybody else in studio. Everybody knows what's up. It's Jerry, the homie, boxing aficionado, original LP.
Yeah.
To my right is my ride or die, despite what him and Carlos might have going on.
We got a thing going on.
You will always be second.
It can't be me, bro. I piss him off too much, bro. He instantly right now. I'm about to piss him off so much, bro.
See, me and Robert never get in fights like that, bro. Well, there was one
Way
time.
back in the day, way back in 1966, pick up sticks.
Well, we got better from it, like men should always do. Talk
Best
out
believe.
your problems. Talk to your partner. If you got issues with your partner, talk to your partner.
Holla!
Listen, you can say whatever you want, but everybody knows who your biggest side piece is, so we'll leave it at that, bro.
What
You're welcome.
So check it out, y'all. Boxing fan, what it is, what it do. It's your boy Rob Mr. LP representing that 4luvofboxing. Boxing. Like I always do. We're about to talk some boxing Friday night, baby.
Friday night.
Here at Ikon Radio. Respect the underground. Shout out to Justice for giving us the home to call this place and do our thing, man. This is a beautiful thing, and I'm so freaking excited that we are surrounded by.
We got a lot of cats.
We are surrounded by
Homies.
freaking familia. We're surrounded by freaking OG, triple OGs. We're surrounded by LP. We're surrounded by freaking goddamn people that we've known for quite some time. This is a familia freaking affair tonight. We're having some fun.
You know what I see? I see 5 different opinions right here.
Yeah.
5 respectable opinions from 5 different personalities.
I see 6, but all right.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Damn.
Hey,
Woo!
check his
See
cup,
what
bro.
happens when I mess Tecate and Modelo?
All right, man.
So right before we left off, we were talking.
Let's get that.
my bad.
Go on here and introduce yourself, my guy.
My bad.
My name is Josh. I'm the homie. Me and Los go back all the way back, man.
Yeah. Listen,
West
do
Phoenix,
not
yeah.
say Los on here because Ice is watching. Bro.
Oh.
This is your boy
Guapo Diamonds on top of the world.
Guapo Diamond,
Wait.
sorry.
Hey, is nobody gonna acknowledge the elephant in the room?
What elephant is that?
I'm not gonna say nothing.
Aqua Teal. Aqua Teal.
Aquaman.
You know, I mean,
It's
man.
all right.
Look.
Bro, is he getting a little rosy around the cheeks? Hey, man, I gotta put Life 360 on my side piece, bro.
All right, my guy.
Hey, introduce yourself, man.
It's Chemo, Lyrical Assassins and Legendary Players, EST since 1999. Here with my opinion to piss off Jerry.
Listen, he says he's coming in to piss off Jerry. If there's anybody getting pissed off during this session, take my word for it. It's going to be Mr. LP. Secondly, I'm going to tell you, we are allowing Kimo to get up in here because it's been great soundbites. He actually tapped in off camera with a great person that he said that he thought retired at the wrong time, and it was Tommy Morrison. Now, that's what he contributed to this when we were off camera. Look. It was amazing. Tell me why you think Tommy Morrison walked away a little bit too soon, bro.
Okay, first of all, he beat one of the legends.
Scoot up to the microphone.
He only
man.
beat
You
one
already
legend?
know what it
First
is.
of all, no, he didn't beat one legend. He beat several. But what stood out for me was George Foreman. And plus, his
Yeah,
left
he
hook,
did.
dog,
George Foreman's that.
his left hook was vicious. Like, anybody that felt the full force of that shit was praying with peaceful fucking Shaolin monks on Mount Hematoma. I don't give a fuck. what
This
anybody
freaking
said. That
guy.
guy had
Yeah,
fucking
George Foreman was
power behind his
old.
shit.
Yeah,
He did it.
148,000 years old.
He-
by the time I think.
Hey, but shout out to he did beat a primed Razor Ruddock.
Thank you, sir.
Well,
Yeah, that's
a prime razor.
that was the one win.
That was a prime Ruddock.
That was the one.
That was actually Tommy Morrison's freaking coming out
How do
party
you do
because
against
Ruddock
Ray
was not
Mercer?
supposed. Huh? Oh
How do you do
man,
against Ray Mercer?
it's one of the most brutal KOs ever.
Oh yeah. Oh
Hold
yeah.
on. Hey,
I'll give you
look,
this.
Look,
I'll give you this
Tommy
much.
Morrison
Hey.
retired,
How
got
can-
knocked
hold
out,
on.
woke up, came out of retirement, got knocked out again, came out of retirement, went back into retirement. All in the Ray Mercer fight.
Hold on. I'm not distinguishing the fact that Mercer taught him what the color 9 tasted like from fucking knocking him out of the ring. I'm just saying he hung up his gloves too early because of the HIV shit.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah,
Okay,
it was
so it's not
unfortunate.
because he really had much of a choice. Okay.
Right.
Yeah, he had no
Okay.
choice.
Oh,
Not
that's
to
so
do
listen,
that.
so one
He had no
main
choice.
point, bro. That was the one guy who you could say he
but
walked away
hold
when he
on.
didn't have a choice.
After that brutal knockout, though,
He should've
there was going to be
walked away
many more
there,
brutal
bro.
knockouts after that if he continued to fight.
Lennox
He
Lewis
was
would
too
have whooped Tommy
hard-headed.
Morrison.
He was too hard-headed.
Oh, yeah.
He
He
was
did.
too hard-headed.
Yeah.
He would have went back into the ring regardless. He was too hard-headed.
Well, if Emmanuel Stewart was around, he would be taking him in, and he might have been able to show him how to box a little bit.
There you go.
But unfortunately, that match couldn't be made. I will never probably bring up Tommy Morrison in another conversation on the 4luvofboxing podcast because we gave it way too much time.
Brutal knockouts, maybe if it comes up.
Let's
again,
talk about
100%.
another American heavyweight.
But
that I-
let's circle back to Garmo
that I
when
also,
we took a break off.
I
Yeah.
also have reluctancies to acknowledge his dominance or his reign as heavyweight champion, and that was Deontay Wilder.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, that's actually who you were talking about and brought up right before we went off
Yes,
camera.
sir.
We ended the session. Let's pick it right back up right there.
And
man.
that's only because
How you
the
doing?
whole thing kind of segued and we were jumping around. But the point being that the actual first question in episode 1 was, when does a fighter hang him up? When do they know to hang him up? Well, Deontay Wilder's at that. He's there right now, where most people will look at his fights and think, oh, man, this dude is washed up.
Yeah.
He's been knocked out brutally. He hasn't fought nobody since that knockout, and he's a name, but yet he still has that dangerous one-punch knockout power. He's in the heavyweight division. Again, he was on top of the world. He made a lot of money. One of his fights with Tyson Fury were probably some of the best heavyweight fights that I could imagine. I can remember
All three of
watching
them were pretty solid. But
in this last 15, 20 years.
all three of them were epic, and I think all three of them is what helped ruin him.
And then that's just where he's at right now. But he doesn't know, or people around him aren't being honest with him.
Man.
Hey, from I
They're
saw,
not being honest with him.
I saw His Excellency trying to line him up with former heavyweight
Reese,
champ Andy
maybe?
Reese.
Well, I don't
That's
think
a-
it's. I don't.
Andy Reese knocks him up?
Yes, 100%. It's too
Man.
compact, too slick.
I haven't seen enough.
Shout out
Too
to
sharp.
Adam, the
Hey,
director.
I
Your
see-
boy's getting his ass whooped by fucking Andy Ruiz, bro.
You know what? I haven't been the biggest Deontay Wilder fan in his career, but I did respect the man. You know, I did like the entertainment value he brought to the table. Yes, it was sloppy at times, and
Very.
I know Mr. LP would always shake his head because Deontay Wilder is a type of fighter that would throw that 1-2 combination right down the middle, and it landed beautifully.
Hold on.
And then from there, he goes into the windmill mode.
Windmill.
And then Mr. LP was like, what the fuck? Whoops.
We are right back live. A couple technical difficulties, but for people watching it at home, it was just like 2 seconds or something.
Hey,
but
just
yeah.
for the record, it was Lazy's fault.
It was lazy.
This is why I don't call, because they blame shit on me. And I'm just sitting over here, sucking on, eating salt.
He didn't do nothing about nothing.
You know what, man? I'm blaming it on you because you're bald, bro.
Yeah, I bald. Right, Los?
Yeah. Bald is beautiful, bro.
Yes, it is.
But wait a minute. Who has hair in here?
I know, right?
Listen, we'll pick it right back up where we was at, though. We was talking about
Wait, I
Deontay
think
Wilder. And
that's
just
right.
so we could get started right back on it, you know who Deontay Wilder would have done great against? Lennox Lewis. He would have put Lennox
Get
Lewis
outta
to
here,
sleep.
dude.
He was awkward enough.
Here we go.
Wait. Who did well against Lennox Lewis? Oliver McCall. How did Oliver McCall punch Lennox Lewis? He said, and it landed, bro. And it
He's
fucking
poking you,
landed.
bro.
I'm just saying. We'll
not-
start from there.
So, yeah, you are the clown. The 2 extras and the clown.
He's got
Okay.
nothing to say. I'm owning him right now. Let's
I'm
keep
just
going.
trying to figure out,
Yep.
what do you have against Lennox Lewis, bro?
I don't.
Because-
I'm a Lennox fan, bro. It's just poking Mr. LP today because Mr. Mike at home, his little brother, so that everybody understands, told me to poke the fucking bear today, and so that's what I'm fucking doing. And he's being owned because
Yeah,
we're
so-
winning today, baby. Woo! Boston Thomas in the house.
I want to take a moment to thank our proud sponsor for this segment, and that's Mr. Mike,
Yes.
listening live.
Yes.
Salute to you, sir.
Yes.
Hey,
Have a
wait,
great
wait.
shift.
Carlos, is this on?
We're
We're live, bro.
No, because the light's not on over here, bro.
Well, it's not bright enough for you?
No, it's not on at all.
It's coming on fine on the
No,
camera.
listen, you
Okay.
can't get.
All right, just
I'm
wanna
gonna
make sure-
ask you right now, bro. And I'm telling you, El Bambino, the nickname suits you properly, bro. You're coming in properly on camera right now. Continue, son. You were saying about
No, he was talking about-
being devastated about Deontay Wilder, bro.
Go ahead, Jerry. I got nothing to say about this, bro.
Let's wrap up Deontay Wilder.
No.
We're really giving him a really long time of the discussion, but the whole point of the segment was, when does a boxer know when to hang him up? Okay, Deontay Wilder is at that point where he should really consider this question if he hasn't already. And maybe he has, and that's why he's left a lot of his original team members that he started from when he began his boxing career. And they probably had those conversations with him. And maybe him and within himself figured he still had that fire that you talked about.
Listen.
But nobody else believed he did, and he couldn't listen to anything else other than the fire.
Yeah, listen. So I'm gonna actually tell you though, I'm gonna play the other card of that because nobody has when it comes to Deontay here. And Deontay Wilder was a phenomenon when he was going through. Nobody's ever gonna say he was an amazing boxer, right?
Never.
But when it
We
came
actually
to,
saw that guy live a couple of
We
times.
did. He fought in Tucson.
Yeah.
When it came to just having raw power, oh my God, he had amazing knockouts.
Pound for pound,
Now,
one of the
listen,
strongest punchers, no
here's
doubt.
one of the problems that he's having. There is the contenders that he's been fighting.
Since his last
Yao
loss to
Ming, for
Fury.
one, was 8 feet tall, like 500 pounds. And Deontay Wilder would have to
This
land some
fucking-
crazy fucking punches to be able to knock that dude out. And he couldn't. And eventually, Zhang caught him, right? Eventually, he got caught by Zhang, right?
Hey,
The other loss,
he caught him
listen.
after a spin move talking to the referee.
He
You
did,
remember
bro.
that shit?
He did, bro.
Oh yeah, he
But
did start to blame a little bit of other outside, like parts of the game. He started really complaining a little bit more
listen,
before.
but he got caught, and he got caught by a humongous dude with a big punch, right? So he got caught by Zhang. He got handled by Joseph Parker. A lot of people have gotten handled by Joseph Parker, and Joseph Parker ain't no joke. So having said that, maybe he hasn't slipped as far back as some people think. I'm just saying.
Because of some of the opposition he
Some
fought
of the opposition is so,
after the
it
Fury.
has still been.
You know what?
humongous
That's
opposition.
actually commendable. I can see that point in that argument, and that's actually really valid, and that's why I bring it up. His last opponent obviously was a tomato can, so you're gonna train for a tomato can, right? So you're not gonna get up for a fight like that after you've been through what Deontay Wilder has been through. So I totally get that. Still dangerous. Heavyweight
Very
division
dangerous.
takes
But
one.
so long
fucking
as
punch.
he's got the power,
That's the
right?
beautiful thing about this
He's got
sport, right?
power.
Just takes one freaking punch. But he's not going to change his style.
Yeah.
He's still going to be very vulnerable. You know, like if he would have stepped to Mr. LP right now, Mr. LP could put him on his ass with a two-piece, bro.
I still think I could have whooped his ass anytime, bro. And my baby brother, rest in peace, Big Rich. I was like, man, that fool's a
fucking said
champion.
that.
I said,
Not
that
me.
fool's a champion. I was like, Richard, what are you waiting for? Rest in peace, baby brother. Rest in peace.
He's enjoying this conversation right now too.
He is. He's loving it, bro,
because
every second.
he was our big little brother, and he was definitely could have been something special. in the
Brutal with
heavyweight
that
division.
power, too.
But yeah, if you were to match, well, Deontay Wilder with any current champion right now, that's a retirement fight.
Hey, listen,
Yeah.
I'd like to see him against your guy, bro. I'd like to see him
Moises
against...
Otomba?
Yes, bro.
Serve him up. Good night.
Moses?
Yes.
Moises Otomba.
Otomba could say that he's got Deontay on his resume.
Oh, Motomba.
That's a great person to have on your
Oh,
resume.
man,
And
Moises
if
freaking
you're
smashes him.
Deontay Wilder and you want to make a statement,
Fight in the
who
UK.
more to make a statement than against the man who is... Well, a lot
The
of
next
people
up.
are saying Otomba's the next dude.
Fight in the UK and get that check, too.
Because you know it's going to be your last big
100,000
one.
people in Wembley.
But see, if he gets schooled by Mutamba, right? Let's just look into the future. If the young lion takes up the old lion, there's an old lion. Then realize at that point how bad that ass whooping was, and do you want to take that again?
Yeah.
You know, I mean, you get older, you got to learn from your mistakes.
Yeah.
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 So Wilder had way too much love. We're gonna definitely move on this at this point now, guys. Let's move on.
we
No,
are.
listen,
I wanna share something.
We'll cover it one more time.
No.
Not with Wilder.
I wanna stay. I wanna stay.
Who should step away?
I wanna stay on the same topic. Whether we can all talk about whether stepped away, should step away,
That is a step.
or stepped away too soon.
Yeah, I
for
got
me,
two of those.
Yeah.
for me, I want to give a shout out to the AZ homeboy, Panchito.
Yeah, Pachito de Baca.
Hey, he went on ESPN
Right.
too soon, bro. He went on ESPN and challenged the monster Emmanuel Navarrete for his belt. And, you know, it sucks, man. I'm not trying to disrespect you, homeboy. But he took an L. No shame losing to a great fighter like Emmanuel Navarrete, but he just kind of turned away. You know?
Yeah, I mean, now again, we talked about that in previous podcast episodes where how do you take your L? And when you take your L, how does that change you? Does it define you? Does it add more to that fuel, to that fire?
Yeah.
You know, do you reap in your sorrows
Yeah,
for
so,
many
I
months
mean,
at a
so-
time, and you have a hard time getting back on the horse, right?
So yeah, I think the young man, I think he's
listen.
obviously still a fixture in the sport.
So
I see him all the time.
Since
Hey, he
got,
says what's up to the 4Level Boxing team.
yeah,
So-
he does, man.
So
Shout
and
out
I got
to
number
Montego.
love for him. I known him since he was a teenager, bro. Like I know this guy
I've
for a
spent
long time.
many.
So
I spent many events going that he headlined. So
I'm gonna throw the counter for Mr. LP since we went the local tip. Sharky Serene, man. For me, Sharky Serene
Sharky,
was a
bro.
very high prospect.
He can still come
lost
back.
Yeah, he can, but he lost once. Him also going for the title
Hey,
and
was it-
stepping up 2 weight classes to try to go do it. And I mean, he did get knocked out, but he was stepping up 2 weight classes to try to do it. And you never heard nothing more of him after. He
Yeah.
hasn't fought since, man. And so that's one of those deals, Sharky Serene. I'd like to see him come back and maybe keep fighting. You know what I mean? So, yeah,
he's young enough. I think he's young enough where he can get back in there.
He is, man. I think he's only 22, 23.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, but sometimes it's just some guys just know. You know what I'm saying? And in all respect, including with Panchito. You know what I'm saying? Like I see him, he's enjoying life, man. I don't see him getting back in the ring ever again and stuff. And there's nothing wrong with that. He had his moment. He tried. And that's more than many fucking men can say. You know, he tried, and I give him that, man. Mad respect, bro. It is a bummer though. I'm like, damn, bro. Like, okay, you took that out, but like you could have given it a little run. You know, hoorah, and give it a try. But nonetheless, so I respect your decision, homeboy. Whatever you do, you know, every time we see you and stuff, it's all love and respect. But homeboy. What about you, man? You got an answer or response in regards to somebody leaving too early, or maybe sticking around a little too
Like
late?
a fighter that you enjoyed watching, and you're like, man,
I used to love De La Hoya, man. I used to love him when he was quick. I used to love him when he was fit. And then he came out that Krispy Kreme De La Hoya at the very end, you know, and then he got his face rearranged by Pacquiao, and
That was
Mayweather.
such a beautiful
yeah.
fight for me. I couldn't stand
Oh.
fucking Oscar, bro.
Hey, he put him into that. Definitely solidified the retirement party on that one right
Listen,
Yeah.
listen, Oscar made Julio Cesar Chavez quit.
there. Yeah.
Manny made Oscar quit. That was fucking vindication for
That's
everybody.
some
who's
karma like a
Chavez fan, man.
motherfucker, huh?
Karma payback at the end, bro.
Yeah.
And no matter how you guys think about any one of those three you just mentioned, all legends of the freaking game, bro.
Because I remember when he was fighting, his kid just fought.
Vargas.
Yeah.
Vargas.
He was fighting
Oh, yeah,
Vargas,
when him
and then
and
we
Fernando
were all
Vargas was huge.
chopping it up about, was it for the money? Is it for the culture?
Oh my
Is it for the
goodness!
money?
Hey, and Vargas,
you know-
the younger lion, almost had him that first few rounds, bro. He took it to
He
him.
was at the motherfucking
And he got too
juice.
sloppy.
That's all I'ma
He
say,
got
but
too
that was-
excited.
that was-
And De La Hoya used his poise and experience
Yeah.
and just took him apart. And oh my God, that was a
That
hell of
was-
a fight. And again, Vargas, he almost had him, bro.
It wouldn't
Yeah, no,
count,
that
bro.
fight was great. And one thing I remember too is even the entrances for the fighters. And you know, Feroz came in with your typical Mexican, you know, themed anthems and stuff like that. And then Oscar was being portrayed as like the Mexican American, you know, and so he came in with like I think it was the Big Payback. From James Brown, and then it mixed into some, you know, like banda or something, and it was dope, man. That was like one of the starts of some of the big events, you know, in Vegas, and you kind of take it up to another level. Yeah, those dudes brought it, and that fight is definitely a fight that I'll fucking always remember, man. That fight was amazing.
Classic
It was
fight.
so fun to watch. So Oscar, you think retired a little too early?
No,
Or late.
No, he was late.
He was late.
He was looking. He was looking.
Gotcha.
He was looking bad.
I'm on board with that.
Yeah,
I
he
think
was
the proof
looking
was
bad.
in the pudding, bro.
Yeah.
The proof was in the pudding because look at what he started doing afterwards. He started wearing those outfits that Mr. LP sent him over the mail, bro. Once he started wearing some of those outfits, that was a problem, bro.
So
Don't you think?
it started off with this.
It started with what I just said, bro.
No.
It started with what I just said, bro.
No, actually, I didn't
What
hear what you said. I didn't
I
hear you.
said that it all started when he started wearing those weird fucking outfits that you sent him over the fucking mail, bro.
No, it
Continue
started
with
way
whatever the fuck
before
you said.
that.
That's
The
true.
lingerie.
Shorty, go ahead.
It started way before that.
Yeah, I did. And then
Hey,
he started losing.
hold up. Let's go ahead.
This is getting off topic.
Let's detach the personal life about a fighter in regards to what they do in the ring, freaking separate. Because real talk, hey, he's a freak, bro. White motherfuckers judging, bro. Hey, guess what? I do a lot of crazy shit in the bedroom too, dog. You feel what I'm saying, bro? But I wouldn't put on no fucking lingerie. But and if I ever were going to, I'm not gonna let some fucking bro take fucking pictures of it. You know what I'm saying? The dude's a fucking freak.
Never surface,
I'm just saying the dude's a freak. What's wrong with that? It's comedy to see so many fucking hating ass motherfuckers give him shit. Say motherfucker was fucking a bad bitch, bro. You gonna clown?
Yes.
Shit.
Yes.
I got pictures of Mr. LP.
I want those pictures. You better hold those shit, those surface, bro.
And probably some videos too, huh?
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna get into that either. You know, every fighter has their own demons and their own story, and you know, if you're on the top of the food chain, everything's gonna fucking come out. When you run for politics, good luck trying to be clean. You're gonna find something somewhere on everybody. There ain't nobody safe.
Yeah, nobody's safe. Because everybody got closets, everybody got demons, everybody got freaking rug that they bury shit underneath and stuff. It just shit happens, bro. It's life.
Yeah. And if you accidentally wear lingerie with your loved one or whoever it is you're spending your quality time with, that's your business. I don't give a shit. You know, Robert, give me my shit back. I'm tired of letting you bother it. Yeah, wash them first. But yeah, no. So next fight we got to consider, or next question we're still considering, chemo, is when is a fighter know not only when to hang up the gloves, but ended their career a little too soon? You answered that with Tommy Morrison. And that was for obvious reasons, health-wise, stuff like that. So the original question was, when do they know? So, for example, say if you could counter that with your talent, which is lyrics. Like, when would you know that you couldn't rap anymore?
Well, I can't measure up to the competition.
When you can't measure up to the competition.
Absolutely.
So if a fighter can't fight at that championship level anymore?
Well, man, think about it this way. Am I going to keep going in the ring if I'm being known for taking an L or a W?
You don't want to be
making that fighter look better.
So in boxing, those fighters are known as a stepping stone.
Yeah, absolutely.
So they come in just to pat their resume. So to you, that would be it. Like, you don't want to be nobody's stepping stone.
No, of course not. Because if I'm trying, then what's the point of me doing it?
I can't relate at all as a lyricist as I'm hitting my peak.
But in all honesty, like, all I'm doing is going in the ring and catching L's. That's my time to hand it up. Dead ass.
Yeah.
Apart from that, it would be health. That's why I
So how much is enough?
How
many L's are enough? Some. You look at Roy Jones.
Yeah.
He ended his career with like 9 L's, 10 L's.
And like 8 by KO, brutal KO at that.
Yeah.
Well, then again, who am I to say when it's time for someone to quit? That's on them. Everybody's got a different opinion. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I respect somebody fighting as much as they can, tooth and nail. But when all you're doing is putting bread in the other guy's pocket, what are you doing?
So if it's you walking into those ropes, you putting your career, your health, everything on the line, the next payday, all of that considered.
Payday.
When you get in there and the fight is over, does anybody else play an influence in that decision? If nobody else is going into the ring with them?
The competitor.
What's that?
The competitor.
It's the competitor.
That's why I'm stepping down.
Now, do you think there's something to be said when sometimes the competitor has to be safe for himself? Like, and I'll give you 2 big examples.
That's why the referee's supposed to be in there
when
too.
I've seen it, right? I said earlier that for me, I felt like Lennox Lewis shorted us, and so he was my example of him walking away a little bit too soon, right? So my other example, though, somebody who held on too long, is the greatest heavyweight champion of all time, Muhammad Ali.
Yep.
Now, when you look back at him and the damn effects that took place once he was allowed to continue to fight, now, bro, that's fucking hard, bro, because there were still people wanting to see Ali, and so many masses still, and Ali still believed it, and he still had to fight. But somebody needed to step in there, bro, because it was obvious that something was happening, and we were robbed of having that vibrant Ali in his later years. That would have been cool to see. It would have been cool to see what Ali would have been when he was George Foreman's age. You know, or how George Foreman became, you know?
Yeah, so he's a generational talent. He's really was. Like, you can't really compare.
Well, not just talents. We're talking like just being tough as fuck. Because look at all the people that he went up against. And on top of that, when he worked out, one of the things I followed with when I thought I was kickboxing was when Ali worked out, he didn't count his crunches, his push-ups, or none of that shit until he felt pain. That's when he started counting his regiments. That guy was fucking tough as
Yeah,
tough
no
as
doubt
iron.
about that.
Tough as iron, bro.
You know what? We talked Manny Pacquiao earlier. You know, he could be considered like a Muhammad Ali-esque.
Yeah.
You know, from his upbringing and then his whole career path.
And people's champion on top of that.
You know
All
what
the
I
way down
mean?
to that.
Yeah, you definitely made an impact at a lighter weight class than obviously how Muhammad Ali did with heavyweight. But now Pacquiao's kind of at that stage right now and is coming back full circle that he's almost taking the Muhammad Ali path.
I hope it doesn't get to that, but
Yeah,
I see
that
Manny
part.
very intact.
That part.
Where with Ali, you saw the effects already taking place by the end, bro. The fight against Larry Holmes,
So it's-
Ali couldn't even speak.
but
no
he
more,
forced
bro.
it upon
They
himself.
were like, I'm gonna win. I'm gonna knock him out in 6. Wait, the camera's over here, Muhammad. Oh, okay, sorry, turn him around. So
You know what's crazy? In
It was
all
bad,
honesty,
bro.
you know what the start of the downfall for the great Ali was his actually highlight, one of his career
Foreman?
highlight, George
Foreman
Foreman,
what?
when he
Well, he
no
didn't just
longer
fight
had
Foreman
his
though,
legs. No,
too,
he
man.
didn't have it. He didn't have his legs in
I mean,
him.
he fought Shavers, bro.
So he adapted.
Yeah.
Like we talked about this. Fighters when they lose attributes
lost-
and
he lost some
stuff,
of the
they
speed,
had
but-
to adapt. And Muhammad
And
Ali
listen,
adapted
that's why
and
I say-
created the fucking shitty fucking style rope
And
dope,
that's
which
why I say he should have been
which
put away.
officials they claim and use as the excuse of why he has suffered his freaking medical condition.
What Ali was the smartest fighter at heavyweight that we've ever had, and that's what was taken away in the later years, and that's such a fucked up thing, right? Pivoting to a little bit lighter more, I said that there was 2 people that came to mind very quickly, both in the heavyweight division. So I go from the greatest to Apollo Creed. Held on way too long.
This
Never done better. Continue.
This guy.
That's actually
Hey guys, I got a question for you guys. So you have your opinion on the greatest of all time is Ali.
Ali.
My greatest of all time is not Ali.
Okay.
My greatest of all time is Iron Mike, and he's still fighting. So let me ask you guys something.
No,
He's in
Hold
Fighting
on,
too.
wait,
He's in
wait,
a
wait,
fight.
wait. Hold on, he's still
He's better than
fighting.
Lennox Lewis.
He's still fighting. And tell me when Iron Mike fights, you won't watch.
I can't tell you that. I am a humongous fan of
So,
Iron Mike. I
he's-
try to convince my man here that Iron Mike would have killed Lennox Lewis in the 80s. I'm just
Hey, dog.
saying.
He's
I
not
said what I said.
competing, but he's still fighting.
Hey, bro, we waited
Okay.
to see
He-
fucking Mike
he's
Tyson
making
fight
money.
McNeely. I went to the bathroom, came back, and it was already done. That guy fucking slaughtered him. I didn't get a chance to see the fight till afterwards.
I'm not gonna sit here and knock Mike Tyson's career for not being devastating, impactful. Definitely not one of the greatest of all time. He was definitely an influence.
Yeah, he was a major factor.
He was a shadow too, that carried a lot of demons as well. And that fighter, he really had the world in his oyster. And man, everything came against him, and maybe he brought some of that upon himself. But unfortunately, man, he could have been something huge, more so than what he already was. But to me, he is not an all-time great. Is he a top 10 great heavyweight? That's even debatable.
You want me to tell you what it is, bro? I'll
He's
break
not.
it down for everybody listening to, and
Benefit
because
of the doubt.
there's a lot of people who listen to
You're
us that
welcome.
are cross sports, right? They go, so he's not lying when he says that Mike Tyson won't be in the top Mount Rushmore of heavyweight fighters. He's not.
Top 10,
But what he also
arguably.
doesn't tell you is that when it came to influence over the sport, Mike Tyson probably
100%.
sits at number 1, right?
That part,
Now,
yes.
If you watch
deny.
other sports, you want me to tell you where it's at? What kind of phenomenon he was? In the NBA, you have the person who leads the league in scoring, and then you have the MVP, right? In football, you have your offensive player of the year, then you have your MVP. He's never going to be the MVP because he just doesn't sit at the top pound for pound when it came to the heavyweight division, but he will always be there at some level at the top.
One of the most
What
explosive
happened,
knockout artists ever.
Offensive player of the year because his brilliance was being able to do what he did when it came to knocking motherfuckers out, instilling fear,
he's a scary
revolutionizing
fighter, dude.
video
He's a
games.
scary
Mike
fighter.
Tyson's Punch Out for many people was the first
Impact.
video game you
I said
really
he made
fucked
an
with,
impact.
right? My son,
Including
to me-
your son.
My son, to me, doesn't watch. He watches some of the big fights with me. Never missed a Mike Tyson fight with me. Anytime Tyson fights at his geriatric age that he is now, we're still tuning in. So influence-wise, there's that to be said.
Well,
That's what Mike Tyson was.
Hey, his exhibition fight with Jake Paul is the most watched boxing fight of all time.
I tuned in to watch him
nothing
look
even
horrible against Roy, bro.
Hey, I think he threw that fight.
I watched that too.
I'll
You
be
know what I
honest.
mean?
I think Tyson threw that fucking fight. 100%.
So
If
Tyson
Mike
claimed he did. He
if
said
Mike
he did.
Tyson fights boxcar
Bro, when you see
Joe
his
tomorrow,
hooks, you
I
see
will
him.
be
If you
tuned
slow
in.
it down, you see him pull his hooks.
No, you expected too much from a very aged, retired heavyweight champion, and thought that this young buck that has very minimal experience was going to even last 2 rounds with him. That's what he thought.
Hold on.
That's all that.
Paul's
That's
got
what he.
power, I'll give him that.
That's what he
But if you
laid
look-
everything on the
If you
line
watch the
for.
fights, you can see Tyson pulling his punches, bro.
He couldn't throw them anymore.
Nah, man, we're talking like
He couldn't throw them anymore.
We're talking early in the fight,
You
not
see,
later.
you'll see 30-second training sessions
That's
of
not
Mike Tyson,
Paul.
and you're just like in awe because it's like, man, that motherfucker still got it.
Hold on, I'm not.
That was
discrediting-
30
I'm not-
seconds.
I'm not discrediting Paul being a badass because he does have fucking arms.
I never
but
said
he's not-
that.
Hey, we're not-
You
we're not-
did. You did. I never
No,
said
Ain't
that.
nobody saying
We didn't say
that.
that.
Mr. LP is bringing
Nobody said
people
that at
on this
all.
podcast
All
and
I'm
saying
saying
some
is-
shit. It's
all I'm
crazy.
saying is it was
I'm the
like
clown in
that
this
shit.
motherfucker, bro. You brought in Tommy Morrison and Jake Paul getting credit. Calm down. Whatever.
So
Okay,
Jake-
well, no, but I'm
Proceed.
saying this. If Jake Paul would have hit him his full power, yeah, he could have put Tyson in some serious damage. He would have been on Ali's status. He's got power.
Yeah, he had that
I'm
shit,
just
man.
saying that it looked like Tyson pulled the fight.
He was going
took
to
it
get-
back.
You know, we're talking about that fight. I'm gonna say that the opposite side actually let that fight go on longer than it needed to, out of respect. So let's move on from that fight.
Sure.
But let's get back to the some of the original topics. Was hanging up the gloves too soon or hanging them up too early?
So I want to hold on. Let's bring this up. Me and this gentleman right here on the right of me was having a conversation off camera, and I'm surprised he didn't bring that one up to begin with.
The local boy.
Yes.
Manitas. Yes. Michael Carbajal, man. Michael Carbajal way too early, man.
Think so?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And
He was in his mid-30s.
And as much as I always like to say, like separate what a person does off the court from what his talent is.
Yeah.
That car wreck actually happened in front of us, and it was hard to watch. It was real hard to watch.
If you see Michael Carbajal right now anywhere near the 9th Street area, he'd be the first to acknowledge you if you said, "Hey, what's up, Mike?" But he's definitely not the. People hit me up all the time from like Texas and stuff, and they'll be like, "Hey, bro, what's going on with Mike? How's he, Michael Carbajal? How's he doing? This and that or whatever." And I'm like, you know what, man? He's not situated nicely. You know what I mean? He's back in the hood. He's hanging out around all that. Like, I'm hoping that he's peaceful.
Yeah.
But he's not living a lavish retirement lifestyle.
Yeah, he's a man that always had demons that lingered around him.
And he got effed over.
He made headlines regularly, aside from his career. Those headlines even consist of him having freaking shootouts with authorities, getting in fights at house parties and stuff, gang banging. So he did a lot of negativity. So he always had demons. But what I'm so proud of that he overcame and fought him. He still became one of the greatest. He's an all-time great. I'm not just saying it because I know him. I'm not just saying it because he's from AZ. He is definitely an all-time great. One of the greatest flyweights, probably the greatest flyweight ever that laced him up.
We're biased.
And
yes,
no.
he's up
No.
there.
You gotta look at.
We're biased.
Hold on.
What do you mean? No.
It-
We're fucking biased. And we are.
Anybody that doesn't have him in the top 3,
Y'all.
I didn't say
Y'all
we
full
were
of
in the
shit.
top 3. I just said we're biased.
he's one of the greatest fighters that ever laced him up. And when he started taking those L's, though, I know you said it was too soon, but he started taking L's because he started moving up weight. He couldn't make weight. He was fighting bigger men.
How many
guys.
L's did he really take in his career, bro?
Huh?
How many L's did he take in
Let me
his
see
career?
what he finished with, but I'm gonna
Let's see,
guess.
I'm
I'm not sure, but I remember he lost
It's a
to
cricket number.
Baby Jake Malala, who wasn't really a serious freaking all-time great either. He was a champion,
At least
but
he
Baby
didn't lose
Jake,
to Willie Wise.
but Billy Jake Malala beat him and whooped his ass, and I was like, damn, that freaking sucks. And then he kind of took a little pause. It was almost like he was riding the sunset low key. He didn't make.
number.
He didn't make a splash in regards to his retirement. I thought it's a good time. That's what I thought. You took a couple of L's, just let it be. But then he came back for one more hurrah, just like what freaking Pacquiao's doing, and took on Jorge Arce.
He did.
For the championship. And not only did the old man turn the freaking clock, he fucking got that championship and whooped that ass, man. He was losing the fight, but he pulled it off, man. And he ran off the sunset. That's how you go out.
Is that what Pacquiao
Mad
do?
respect. He got the
You
title.
know what it is too, bro.
He got the title, and he said, "This is all I need to do. I'm out."
Listen,
But
And
it's
mad
not
respect.
the title. It's just a title.
It was a title.
Back then, it was more of a title.
yeah. Back then, those
There wasn't
titles
four
meant
trinkets,
something,
yes.
bro. Yes.
But nowadays, it's like, okay, so if Pacquiao's doing the same exact thing, he's grabbing a trinket, not the trinket.
Right.
Is that good enough?
I hear you.
Is that going to be good enough?
In this day and age, apparently it is.
We'll find out with Manny. I think he has a little bit more integrity than that. I don't think he wants to go out as one champion.
He's gonna unify them titles, bro. After he gets. The
And you know what'd be hilarious?
if he does it.
Hey,
Jeez.
no. You know what'd be hilarious if one time beats freaking Towering Inferno
Oh,
and
shit.
gets the titles, and we get
It
that
can
fight,
happen.
and we get,
It can happen.
and we get that fight.
I just told you anything can happen.
That
and
can
I
happen
told
in
you I'd
boxing.
like to see Manny doing some shit. Manny, do
Bro.
not fight the Inferno.
So-
do
oh.
not let Mr. LP
No,
fucking talk
he's
to you
saying
into
if
fighting.
Thurman,
If Thurman,
if
I'm just saying
Thurman
they
beats
went-
him, and if Thurman fights Pacquiao,
A rematch.
Thurman has
and
less
it would be
of a fucking
majority of
chance
the belt. It would
of
be,
beating
and that would be
Inferno
the
than
champion.
Pac-Man does.
That would be some shit.
That'd be a nice way out.
That would be some. That would be that. Then you had two old
These
guys.
motherfuckers are trying
that
to
are
get
both-
both Thurman and Pacquiao killed.
Yeah.
Take the Inferno out of that equation. That's the only fucking thing that stops everything from there. Neither one of them fools.
If-
Yeah, well, Thurman's not beating freaking Fundora.
Well, that's what you said about Crawford and Canelo.
Yeah, that is
Touche.
what he said. That is definitely what he said. I remember him saying that.
Yeah, and I ate my words, guys. I ate my words.
You
Whatever.
might,
It's
you
it's
might
not
be back
part two.
here. You might be back here at the end of the month and saying the same thing about Thurman.
Saying about Thurman, bro. Yeah,
You putting it out there right now?
Yes.
You do not believe in Thurman. You do not believe in one time.
One time.
Nobody put money.
Hey,
bro.
his name says it all. One time.
It's the one time, the
One-time
only
champ.
time he lost.
One time
in his career.
At one time, he was
He
something.
was somebody.
He ain't now, dog.
Keith
Yeah,
Thurman.
I'll tell you who hung on too long, bro. Pernell
come
Whitaker.
feed him
Your
crow.
homie, Pernell Whitaker, bro. Rest in peace, Pernell Whitaker. Man, you're in the Hall of Fame in heaven right now, bro. But he hung on too long, bro. He had too many losses at the end of his career, and he was like an all-time great, bro,
Man.
until the end of his career.
So
Once he took those losses, that pulled him out of being.
Well,
in
I mean,
that list, bro.
but the thing is this, though. All his L's came
Listen,
from legends.
No, wait.
You
Pull
wanna
that up. We just pulled up the other one. Pull up how many Pernell had at the end, bro. I think Pernell might have had double digits in losses, bro.
Really?
Oh,
And he
you.
was
I'm
bad
gonna
at
guess.
the end,
I'm
bro.
gonna guess a 7.
I'm gonna guess 8 if I was to guess, but I'm not incredibly sure on the 8. He may have been in the double digits.
Not
bro.
even, bro.
But Pernell he was the first one to really put it on
Oh
top.
yeah, no, he had the same amount of losses as
4, bro.
Miguel Carbajal.
How many did he have?
Carbajal and Whitaker both had 4 L's.
4. Oh man.
But it
I
was
saw Whitaker look
so he had 3 out of his 4 last fights were all L's, you know? And the one in between that was a no decision, no contest. So it was almost like he had 4 fights at the end of his career where you could consider them all L's because they weren't W's.
Yeah.
So maybe that's just it. He was on a consecutive streak there of just nonstop.
He had such a
not
high
W's.
level when he was at that high level, man. I think it kind of diminished him at the end. I definitely do.
Well, yeah. I mean, if you have multiple losses in your career, that's what Chemo said. You're not fighting to the competition anymore,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
You don't want to
that's
just
it.
be a stepping stone. And Whitaker was not going to be that guy.
Father Time is always undefeated, especially since Whitaker's specialty was his reflexes and his speed.
Yep.
bro, and then
Yep,
that was-
exactly.
that's
You know
all.
So in a year before he fought De La Hoya, he took on Rafael Rivera twice. First fight was a split decision, and he ran it back, and he did a
You
unanimous.
said you had Rivera winning that fight, correct?
Yep, I did. Yes, I did. And now Wilfredo is not an all-time great though. So I'm saying like he was already struggling versus a subpar fucking fighter at
That's
this
what
point.
I mean, man. To me, it
He
felt like
was
there was a lot more
struggling versus. So at that point, I realized
Oh, I had 4.
So the Puerto Rican was giving it to him, bro, and he was giving it to him, and then right before after that fight, the 2 fights versus Wilfredo, he took on Diobellis Hurtado, whom for 11 rounds and 2.5 minutes was dominating Whitaker and put him on his ass twice. Dominating. The Cuban had it.
Did Whitaker do it?
And then Whitaker pulled out a miracle and knocked out Hurtado in the last round. Not with 2 seconds left, but at the end of the fucking the feather-fisted, pronounced Sweet Pea Whitaker knocked out Diobellis. De La Hoya was ringside. De La Hoya was ringside because that was the next fight in line, and De La Hoya saw his massive mega fight payday going down the drain as Diobellis was serving again. Even before the De La Hoya fight, 3 fights in, I knew Whitaker was done. That was in '96, bro. And he fought a few more times until 2001.
Yeah, no, that's what I mean. To me,
so yeah, he did fight a little too long.
You know, I did coach a question at the beginning too. Who was a fighter that ended their career a little too early? And now that I'm hearing you guys talk about Pernell Whitaker, I'm thinking a little bit higher weight class that left a little too early. That was very similar in skills to Pernell Whitaker. And that's Andre S.O.G. Ward at super middleweight. Because he held all the super middleweight titles and he cleaned out that division. He went to light heavyweight.
I never been a fan.
I thought he lost against Kovalev, bro.
He did.
Keep it real.
I wasn't a fan until after the Super 6 tournament. And if you haven't seen the Super 6 tournament on Showtime, YouTube that shit. He won that clearly, and he was the underdog. Nobody even considered him winning this tournament. And not only was he American, and he ran with the flag after that, he retired undefeated. And to this day, he gets brought up with current fighters.
He beat Kessler, he beat Carl Frock, and that is massive. That is very impressive. But, as you just mentioned.
And Arthur Abraham.
Abraham.
Yep.
But
Arthur.
Crusher Kovalev freaking was shafted in the first fight, and I also feel he was shafted in the second because
he's
officials,
European.
Because the officials, because the officials were freaking giving Andre Ward the green light to fight the dirty fucking fight that he does, and that's why I don't like Andre Ward. He's an ugly fighter. I don't like his style. I don't like what he does in that ring. It's clear as day that he's a snake in there, bro. He's dirty, and the officials allow it because they were trying to manufacture a star from America. And he wasn't it, dog. Never was. He never had the appeal. He never had the star power. But they really allowed a man. It's almost like the Shaq effect in NBA. Shitty skills. They're gonna call foul every fucking time for your ass because they want you to be protected. That's Andre Ward to me. Never been a fan. I don't even think he's an all-time great.
Yeah,
well, that wasn't the question posed.
Wasn't Andre Ward? You gotta kick somebody's ass. Mr. LP's the one that said that.
Yeah.
Listen. Now, here's a variation of the same question we've just been talking about, and this will be the last piece of this as we're reaching now 40 minutes on part 3 of this shit.
Can I get an honorable mention real quick?
Oh, yeah, go ahead,
A fighter who I think ended early that you would more respect for their body of work? Joe Calzaghe. 49-0.
49-0.
And he was the closest to getting to the 50-0 that Mayweather had said, but he retired at 49-0. And he only fought a couple fights in the U.S., but he was having everybody out over there. And
you know, I'm a huge fan of Calzaghe, bro.
Joe Calzaghe, good fighter, great fighter,
huge fan,
good skill level.
And ever since I saw that beatdown, he served up. I'm pretty sure you remember this one. It was on Showtime when he took out Jeff Left Hook Lacey.
For having retired too soon, George Foreman. You know who's a good candidate for having stuck around perfect? George Foreman. You know who stuck around too long? George Foreman.
Hilarious, bro. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
Because
what we're talking about, hold on, we're talking like, what was it, 25 years in between?
In between, bro.
The man retired when he got...
There was question when he retired the first time. There was questions.
Too soon.
You could have seen him against plenty of people. Larry Holmes and Foreman would have been an amazing fight.
Yeah,
so you have to be around this game for a long time to even consider
to be
comparing those 3 questions to anybody else.
Yeah.
Manny Pacquiao.
Yeah.
Manny Pacquiao.
It's
He's
such
not
a
over.
crazy question.
but
You
he
said
could-
we're going to be talking about hours
Kim,
for one
yeah.
fucking question, right?
Do you think Manny Pacquiao's really doing it for the belts though? Still,
He's doing it for the
or
people,
even
bro.
for the money.
He's already
I
going
don't
to be
think he's-
president
I don't
there
think
now.
he's done
I think
it
he's
for
gonna
the
sell
belt
for
in a very long
20,
time.
20 years of presidency there.
He is all about the people. He loves what his impact makes to those who are less fortunate, and the difference that he could make to show that he still can do something special.
You know what's crazy? Maybe, in all actually, to answer your question, maybe it actually is for the money. And allow me to explain. He actually has had
the
a
impact.
no. He's had
the
he's had a
economical
legacy.
impact.
He's had a legacy of greatness, and he's made buku money on pay-per-view. Buku. But you know what he does with his money? Gives it back to his people. He's actually has put homes in villages where they actually don't live in huts anymore. He's actually put street lights with electricity in neighborhoods in his in his home country, the Philippines. Like that man creates neighborhoods. He's an investor, and he's not doing it for the money. He's doing it for the people, and that's what I really think. He's probably like, oh, I would love to do this project for my people, but I maybe need another fucking $10 million
that big
real
time
quick.
for the people too that you give no credit to? Canelo. He does. I mean, look, I'm not poking at you right now. I'm literally being serious in that conversation. Canelo does tons for the Mexican people. He takes so much fucking flag for waiting out for big economical fights, but he gives those economics back to the people.
I haven't seen
when all the
anything about it.
travesties happened in Mexico, when the earthquakes fucking happened, when all the fucking people were starving in the fucking street, the first person that was out there giving his time and money was fucking Canelo. Look, that's why the Mexican people adore
All right,
him.
and if that's the case, I'm not gonna debate that because I really don't. I kind of avoid. I don't pay attention. I don't read freaking headlines with Canelo because I am not a fan. But if he did that, man, respect. That's freaking awesome. That is awesome. But now we're actually piggybacking off of that. Of course, it's kind of all over the place right now.
How about? I told you I had one that I was gonna close us out with, and then you guys interrupted.
How about this fighter?
It better be good.
How about this fighter that fought everybody and was still relevant and still had a lot more in the tank too, but he retired, I feel, a little too soon. Bazooka Ike Corte.
Yeah.
Not only did he retire too soon, but he also, just as we're talking about with these cats here, that's why I thought about it. He went back home to Ghana, or his home country, and did the exact same thing that Pacquiao did. He buys apartment buildings, he's built structures, affordable living for his people.
Yeah.
Running water, like he's a real estate investor now, but the money he earned in boxing is what he turned this into, and he walked away from boxing while he was still relevant. While he was still relevant and had so much more to offer, he walked away gracefully. He took some L's, yeah, but he still had a lot more in him though.
To offer who? The consumer? His line of thinking was,
I made my money, I'm out.
as my health is intact right now, I have enough to help my people.
And not disrespecting regards to that. He said, I made my money, I'm out. And by him being out, at the end of it,
no.
Stop. The man, it's clear as day. The man has a big ass heart.
He would have got knocked out by Trinidad. I'm telling you,
It's clear as day. The man has a big ass heart, bro. Big fucking heart. He gathered enough money so he can invest.
Trinidad or Bazooka?
Who what?
Who hits harder?
All I'll tell you is this.
You know the answer to that.
No. Trinidad has a better left hook. Bazooka has a better jab. Period. Not even debatable.
I'm on board with that.
Who hits harder?
Hey, but I would rather not get hit by a body shot by Bazooka than get hit with a jab by Tio Trinidad.
Yes.
Ouch.
Yeah. You want me to tell you who tells you the answer to that riddle? Oscar De La Hoya.
You fought them both?
Yeah, he went toe to toe several times with Bazooka in that fight. He never won. He danced and became Ali. He wanted to be Ali.
Hey, keep it in 100, bro. Keep it in 100. I don't think De La Hoya won that fight, bro.
With Corte? Or with Trinidad?
Either. Yeah. Trinidad beat him. Trinidad beat him. Say what you want.
They're both close. They're both close.
Yeah, they're both close.
But to answer, I agree with you.
He closed a lot better against
He didn't win
Corte
either.
than he did against
De La Hoya didn't win either one of those fights, bro.
No, but he closed a lot better against Corte.
He won the
than
Trinidad
I don't know. I think you are being biased right there a little
He
bit.
won the Trinidad fight.
Listen, so here, I was going to tell you, been an amazing topic, by the way. Big shout out to Jerry Munoz and the motherfucking
Telling you,
house.
man. Keep listening. Follow me and I'll lead the way.
As the sexiest fucking single dad out there, I I stand by what I said. Look, yeah, that's that motherfucker out there, right? Great fucking topic. I'm gonna close it out with this question for you, a variation from that topic.
Hit me with it.
Which retirement hurt you the most and why? It could be either he hung on too long, he stayed on perfect, or he retired too early. Which one hurt you personally the most?
Like, man,
I'll tell you which one it is for me. I'll start.
We were all there at the Miracle West Arena.
Yeah.
Julio Cesar Chavez
Cheap
taking that
answer.
L here in his goodbye or adios freaking tour, and he took an L here in Phoenix and never fought again. It was a very disturbing, upsetting night for me.
It was quite the upset evening. Local homie we talked about
Yes,
last week.
Ernie Gonzalez.
Also took an upset L that night. I had the opportunity to meet Chavez Sr. that day at the weigh-ins right before the big fight.
Dope.
And that was the first time that I got to see my idol so close, and I froze. I couldn't even walk up to the guy.
Yeah.
And baby mama was with me.
can't.
Baby mama was with me at that time, and she was like, "What's wrong with you? Like, why are you acting weird?" I was like,
It's Julio Cesar
"That's
Chavez.
Julio Cesar
It's
Chavez."
a-
She was like,
it-
"Oh,
it's
right.
Jesus in
Why don't you go
gloves," he
take a
said.
picture with him?" And I'm like, "I can't because he looks upset because he has to lose weight, and he don't want to take a picture with fans right now. I just know it." She's like, "Well, then I'll go take a picture." I'm like, "No, you can't interrupt the man right now." And I was like, oh, being defensive of Julio Cesar Chavez all of a sudden. But yet he like walked past me, bro, from like where me and you are sitting right here. That's how close he was, and I still couldn't be like make a fool of myself to
So
want to
listen,
take a
so is
picture.
that
or
your answer too?
autograph.
Is Chavez hurt the most?
I mean, that definitely is, man, that's wrong. Rushmore, for sure.
Yeah.
Status right there,
You know
man.
what's crazy for me is the one that hurt the most for me.
Y'all better get your answers, get
and
ready.
because He hung on too long, and he's not going to be a very popular pick. Not a lot of people are going to mention him when you're talking about podcasts, but it did hurt me a lot. I saw Brandon Rios hang on way too long, bro. At the end of his career, Brandon Rios, he wasn't even a stepping stone at the division no more. He wasn't. He was almost a journeyman status, and he couldn't even fucking talk, bro. At the end, they let him hang on a little bit too long, and I think his.
It's because of
career
his style.
is
It's because of his style of fighting
Well, I
too.
mean,
He
for
was still
whatever
young,
reason, bro.
but his style of fighting is just made for a short career.
Man,
You know what's a little ironic about mentioning Brandon Bam Bam Rios is his longtime and pro trainer is Robert Garcia.
Yeah.
Robert Garcia ended his career really early.
Oh my goodness, you're fucking right.
How coincidence is that Robert Garcia now has a stable of fighters that are all brutes come forward.
The man retired and kept his freaking. He still had all his marbles still fucking twirling in their shirt,
It
bro.
was almost like he did it early to teach all the new
Yeah.
generation after him.
What's
Chico
crazy
Corrales
about
and Ben
this-
Taki
listen,
beat him, and then he
that
walked away.
That might make him flawed now as a trainer, and this is what I mean by that, bro. You guys feel like he may be left too early. My second example, and the one that's hurting still for me right now, because he hasn't ended his career.
Chocolatito.
Nope. No, that dude can kick the shit out of
Bam Rodriguez.
Yeah,
Here we go.
No. Jose Ramirez over there in his camp too, bro.
He's still young enough to.
But he's diminished, bro. Completely diminished from what he was.
Well, you're right.
And another dude who can barely talk anymore, bro. Hey, he should step away, bro. You could see the effects
Is it?
there.
Yeah.
It's
okay.
bad,
Okay.
bro.
I don't listen to enough of his interviews and stuff like
Interesting.
that, but I do know the impact that he's made in that region.
You know
with
what's-
Farm Workers Union.
You know what's crazy is before the Josh Taylor fight, I was very big, thinking he's gonna do it, and he talking about he dwindled down so fast because
He's getting dominated by dudes that he would have picked up 5 years ago, bro.
I picked against him versus Maurice Hooker,
Hey, he put it on Hooker, bro.
and he handled the business. I had him beating Josh Taylor. Because I was like, all right, maybe this guy is
You know
something.
what happened against
And
Josh
Josh Taylor fucking handled him.
Well, you know why he lost in that fight, or why Josh Taylor got the best of him? Ramirez was one of those fighters of the people that he rode the waves of the emotions in the fight, and as the crowd would pop by him, and here he comes, and there would come that animal, and he'd pull over. When he fought Taylor, I believe that's during COVID, so there was no people in the arena, so
Yeah.
he never got that lift from the people, man, and that second surge never actually got there. But to see him going from that guy
From
who
that
fought
level
Taylor
to what he's
and
fighting
from the
at
guy
now.
who beat up Hooker, bro, And
Well,
to
that's
see
pretty
what he's
evident
doing
from the
now,
outside looking
He
in.
didn't
Does
win
he,
a round against Devin Haney, bro.
does he realize, like Kimo said, does he realize that competitive spirit anymore within himself?
Listen, so playing back upon to what I just really quickly said there, do you think that now as a trainer, Robert Garcia is maybe letting him fight a little bit too long? Because both of those fighters that I just mentioned are both fighters from this table.
Or as mentioned, because he's a great trainer and was an awesome fighter, he chose Garcia. He left a little early. It was his choice, his decision. And maybe he's just allowing, and maybe too soon. But the same thing though, they as a family, they had conversations, right? So that's why Mikey left way too soon, in my opinion. But the same thing though, regarding the fighters that are sticking around too long within the camp, it's not their say. They may have an opinion about it.
Their own choice.
They may have an opinion, but I think actually came up with the mention about like it's who are we? Like you're right, but at the end of it, this is all debating and stuff. But like it's you that makes that decision, right? It's you as the person.
It's Mr. LP's life. Mr. LP's gonna want to live his life. I'm gonna want to live mine. Lazy's gonna want to live his. Chemo, Josh, Guapodamas.
Michelle makes my decisions for me in life, so I'll leave it at that.
Well, yeah, you
I
gotta.
hope she's
But
not
the rest of the
listening.
people on
She
this
gonna
side of the
kill me.
table still have their balls and their. But every fighter that continues to fight past.
Shout
their
out to
prime,
Michelle. What's up, girl? What's
Yeah,
up? All love, sis.
Hopefully,
You know.
hopefully she's not gonna stab me next time she sees me.
He said it.
But you know I love you, Michelle. But no. Well, all these fighters, you know what? It takes that much guts to continue fighting when you know you don't have it anymore. Because
You
you know
think
you
that-
could be that next #1 on SportsCenter top 10,
mean freaking
or you've gone
butt joke.
viral because you got knocked the fuck out. You were a has-been because they will love taking that and riding with it for clickbait, and you sacrifice your whole career for that. Your everything you built for one decision, fighting one fight too many. So if they decide to fight, hey,
But
God
it's
bless
hard, bro.
them.
It's hard. Sometimes some of those great, amazing fighters can turn back the clocks, man. Like, I'm gonna tell you, I saw Nonito Donaire fight Monster the first time, and I was like, holy shit, he still has it. I fight him the second time, and I was like, holy shit, he should have retired 3 fights ago, even though he had just fought. You know what I mean?
And now
then I see him
he's the
fight
champion.
again, and I'm like, holy shit, he still got it. So it's like, fuck, bro. It's like some of those dudes.
Well,
I get why.
So the generational talent fighters, and Onito is definitely in that ballpark too, man. Yeah, there's a lot of subpar and that's the whole point. The sport of boxing is so diluted. All these divisions and all these champions in each division. Like, there's so many freaking champions out these days. It's I love the sport. It's not knocking, but it's damn near comical, you know.
Triple G come out of retirement.
It's
and get one
comical.
of these belts.
It really is comical that like you can go up and wait and just pick the weakest link and like yeah I beat a former world I beat a champion I'm now a champion in the division. What are you gonna do? Nothing. I'm gonna go back down to my weight class, or I'm gonna sit in this and sandbag it and fight a bunch of nobodies. Are you gonna fight any of these other champions? No. And 90% of the time that's how it goes, bro. And it sucks. It's so just saturated of all this like. We're talking about back in the 70s and 80s, man. These guys would have never been considered fucking champions. But now, everybody got a fucking bout these days, man. It's fucking crazy, bro. Like, they probably wouldn't even be in the top 10, much as even be a champion.
Well, you have all these legends that are putting on these fights nowadays. You know, there's almost kind of a golden league now of boxers, right? That are having
Iron
these
Mike.
fights. Yeah. So there was any of these legends that could come out of retirement and put it together, both coming out of the retirement to do something like that with legends, who would you pay to see?
To do something big that's worthy of watching.
Yeah.
I mean, you look at the
I'll
beef.
watch any fight. You don't give a fuck.
You look at some of the beef with Oscar and Canelo.
Oh, fuck that.
You know, I mean, Canelo's still too
fresh.
Yeah, Canelo would murder
So-
Oscar right now.
Oh,
So,
you
yeah,
kidding?
yeah. So of course, so
De La Hoya?
But the thing is the older Oscar
De La
gets
Hoya
too,
to
you
fight
know.
Mayweather.
So
Yeah.
and it would be an
That would-
exhibition.
I
But
would
yeah,
love
Speak on that.
Dead ass.
Hey,
My choice,
he's got one?
My choice, if I was going to bring 2 retirees back to fight, De La Hoya and Mayweather. Because De La Hoya
That'd be
beat
dope.
the fucking
Yeah,
brakes off of Mayweather.
I still
dog.
think that Mayweather is still probably more active than Oscar and probably
Oh,
still
no.
beats up Oscar.
No.
Mayweather relied on speed and reflexes like Roy Jones, and he lost all that. What is he gonna do versus a man that has the skills in his head to actually still fight?
He hasn't
Well,
stopped fighting.
hold on.
He still stays active.
Yeah.
De La
and
Hoya,
he's-
going back to Jerry's original question, like who it hurt, watching De La Hoya get his face rearranged, man, like
By
broke
Pacquiao.
my heart. Like seriously, almost in tears,
De La
looking
Hoya
like
versus
that was my
Pacquiao
hero.
would be
He took his spirit. He took his spirit that fight. He
You
was
think Pacquiao
distraught.
puts it on De La Hoya if they would have a rematch today?
And it's
Oh
hard.
yeah, oh yeah.
He knocks him out. Sign it up.
Who we talking about? De La Hoya and
Sign.
Mayweather?
And Pacquiao.
Pacquiao? Oh, jeez.
Pacquiao gets him,
Pacquiao
bro.
still gets him.
Pacquiao gets him. He
Yeah.
still got Pacquiao still got a little.
Fights.
Pacquiao's tank is running a little low, but Pacquiao's tank is still freaking has something in there.
And as
De La
much,
Hoya, no.
and as much as it hurts me, Kingo brought up Mayweather De La Hoya again, and that Mayweather's winning that fight. Mayweather's
Well,
winning that fight.
now, crossing all those freaking matches, Pacquiao beats Mayweather. Right now,
Right now?
Pacquiao beats Mayweather.
Oh yeah.
Right now.
Right now.
Right now, like 50-year-old Mayweather.
I think it's more of a 50-50
Pacquiao, like,
now than it was when they actually fought. I think now it's more of a 50-50 fight, to be honest with you, than it was before.
All right, man. Look, I'm gonna give you my last thing of who I'd like to see, and then we're closing out and saying our goodbyes. You know who I would like to see if they could both come out of retirement? I'd like to see Klitschko fight Klitschko.
Ah.
I want to know which motherfucker was the best. Those motherfuckers
Hey,
didn't give it to us.
for
I'd like
10
to see
years-
both
That would be the most boringest fucking fight ever, bro.
Right, and for 10 years, there was a
Well,
dual-headed
definitely.
fucking heavyweight
Ah.
champion. But they promised their mama they would never do it. But that would be, I've
Hey,
always
listen,
thought, Vitaly.
I heard that Vladimir Putin will pull the fucking troops out if they're willing to fight each other, and that would end the war. Do it, guys. That's what I would say.
I got two more for you real quick. How about Oscar De La Hoya and Miguel Cotto?
Oh,
I think Miguel Cotto
In the
beat
final.
the boxers, too.
shit.
What about De La Hoya and Chavez?
Travis Sr.?
It happened twice.
Oh,
bro.
yeah. He,
And the prime he's talking about.
oh, wow.
Chavez.
No, I'm just saying if they came out of retirement right now is what we're talking
He would have murdered Oscar in his prime, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you talking about that? Hold on, you talking about De La Hoya and Cotto fighting right now?
Either or. I
Holy
guess.
shit.
Either or.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I still think Cotto beats him up right now because he's younger.
Well, if he was now, Cotto took more punishment, right? You know,
Well,
at the
I
end of
don't.
his career.
I don't
But
think
if they were in the
Oscar
prime-
has any business around gloves right now. Right now.
Especially because of his lifestyle, right?
if I
No,
would've
The
liked-
man,
has nothing to do
the
with
man,
that.
the man parties.
So we're talking just hypotheticals here.
The man parties.
Oh yeah, no.
It ain't cheap.
But
I would've
no,
liked to have
Mayweather's
seen
not.
Floyd,
Mayweather's not
fight
talking.
Margarito when Margarito
He's
was a
really
monster, bro.
planning on
Yeah,
racing him up.
That was supposed
All right.
to happen.
Maybe was fighting a bunch of YouTubers and stars and like, yeah, and like,
He's not fighting anybody.
De La
yeah,
Hoya
no,
and
nobody's.
Margarito?
He's fighting. He's active. I know
De La
what
Hoya,
they're
I
saying,
think, beats up
but
Margarito. I think De La Hoya hits too hard for Margarito to his style to have been like. Because I'll tell you, for me, Cotto wasn't able to really. He beat up Margarito in that first fight. People think, well, whatever. But fucking Cotto was beating him up, bro. He was Margarito just kept coming because Cotto didn't have enough of that punchy power to
And he
finish
was-
him.
he
And
was-
I think De La Hoya did have that fucking closing power. So I think, Margarito would have been a fucking sitting target for him. But now, if Margarito gets him into the later rounds and keeps coming, it would have been interesting to see
no,
what-
not even,
what
bro.
would happen.
This is definitely the epitome of regarding the answer regarding what it would be. An old Shane Mosley did what he did to Margarito.
But that was an
Shane-
old Margarito too. Like, what?
Yeah, no, but yes, but nonetheless,
Oscar walks it home.
Oscar and Mosley fought neck to neck for 2 freaking fights. However you want to score it, they were in it. They competed. They were like two fucking bulls locking horns. And however we want to fucking score that fight, that's one thing. But it was clear as day. Levels. Shane Mosley was just a notch above freaking
there was levels,
Margarito.
But you're also talking about a diminished version of Margarito, bro. Tell me that the Margarito, 2 years before.
I
he
know,
fought,
bro.
before,
Come on.
Before he fought Cotto.
Come on now.
2 years before he fought Cotto the first
Come
time.
on now. You know
Tell
I
me
love
that monster
Margarito, bro.
doesn't give
I love
Mayweather
Margarito.
problems, bro.
That's funny how you love him so much and he
That you're
fucking wrapped
totally
his
just
fucking
missed.
hands. That's
I'm
crazy.
calling it what it is, dog. I was always a fan, but now that shit right there puts an asterisk on his career, obviously, right?
You
but
hate cheaters.
again,
He has moments.
You
He
would
has
still
moments when
love
he's
talking
willing to
about
buy
it.
look past the cheating parts or the undisciplined parts.
It's no,
Hey,
it's not.
he's a second equal opportunity, a second chance
It
opportunity
helps. It
employer.
helps if you're from Arizona
Ask him.
or Eastern Europe.
His career's tarnished, bro. It's evident his career's tarnished. You know, it sucks, and it's heartbreaking because for 8 fucking this
But
is.
we're not talking about tarnishing or not. We're talking
And
about.
well, no, but this is what I'm talking about though. Going with
Margarito.
Margarito, like for 8 years, everybody's in the fucking goddamn fucking locker room while he's getting those fucking raps done. For 8 years, for all those fighters, he's fought some of the best over the fucking his whole career. Out of all those years, just right at the tail end, one person fucking spots some fucking little fuckery. Nah, bro. It wasn't something that was ongoing forever. Maybe he knew he was at the tail end, and they were trying to do something to try to keep him elevated to compete against a great fighter like Shane Mosley. Because we're talking about a man who stopped Sergio Martinez, whom I had in the top 10 pound for pound for years.
So you don't know if he was wrapped up for that
But
fight.
we don't.
He wasn't. I know, I was there, bro.
Were you?
I was the one to verify the raps, bro.
Did you? Yeah.
I did.
What took you so long? And why are you talking about it in public?
All right, well, Lazy, my mans, you got anything to input in regards to this topic here, my guy?
Well, I just want to say I love this session. This is awesome. I love you guys, and I love boxing, and this has been a great night.
Oh,
My man.
yeah. Jerry.
And I'm the most handsome as well. He really wanted to say.
That's what he wanted.
That's why he's sitting next to me.
Hey, listen. Technically, I'm gonna say you're sitting next to me too, so you recognize it.
Hey.
Handsomeness is at least.
Keep
The
it
handsome is in our bald heads, brothers. You know what I mean? If you're bald, you're handsome.
Yeah.
You got hair, no good.
Yeah, no, props out to our fans or anybody who's watching, our audience, to our guests that came in the building. Come show support, man. Much love to all y'all. You know, and I hope you guys enjoyed the segment as much as we did. We love boxing. We talk boxing. We kind of take it everywhere. You know, we all have our own opinions. So everything that you guys threw in on the table, appreciate the love of adding to it. And to everybody watching at home, please come back. Keep following us on all platforms. It's your boy Jerry signing out. We'll talk to you real soon. See you in a week.
Yes, sir.
Check in on Tuesday.
Yo. Listen, it's almost midnight on the West Coast, so yes,
My
we've
goodness.
been at it. Can't wait to see you guys. Like Jerry said, we'll see you guys next week.
I love boxing.